The Lucas Moripe Stadium, Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs in one of the classicos of the domestic game. And this year, of course, it comes early on in the season. Sundowns have long since replaced Chiefs as the country's most successful club, and they continue today their quest for a 7th successive DStv Premiership title. It's been 8 full seasons since Chiefs last listed any silverware. But with a new coach in Molefe and Seki, they are hoping to end that drought. Can they score some points here today and make a strong statement against the defending champions? Today we'll certainly get a clearer idea of the potential of this new-look Chiefs side against a Sundowns team who, of course, have this wonderful winning record in the DStv Premiership and had such a runaway success over the last couple of seasons. So the two teams make their way out onto the pitch. Perfect conditions for football today. Lovely sunny day. Bit of wind earlier on, but I don't think that'll have any impact on the game. The sun is shining. The fans are in the house. Some 24,000 tickets sold for this afternoon's encounter. The pitch conditions here at Israel also vastly improved. Chance for us to introduce you to the two lineups for today's encounter. Of course, we'll start with the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns. They do without Rivaldo Kutsia, who was sent off for the opening game of the season last Friday. He is replaced by Mtobi Mvala. Kapelo Maseko came in on the left-hand side at half-time against Sekhukhune United in place of Aubrey Modiba. He keeps his place in the lineup today. On the bench, of course, two of the new signings, Leslie Nku, along with Motobi Obas, who joined from TS Galaxy. So, last-minute encouragement. Teko Modisa is alongside me as our expert analyst. My apologies for not introducing you earlier.
No problem, Mark. I think with Mamelodi Sundowns, with the inclusion of Modiba, who will be taking that role of Kutsia, just to add on to that midfield, and had a double pivot with Mukwena. And then with the addition as well of Maseko on the left-hand side, we saw his speed against Sekhukhune United. He will be on the left-hand side to add that little bit of flair, as well as Lucas Ribeiro on the right-hand side to play lopsided. Thembazwane will be playing just in and around Peter Shalulile to be supportive midfield, but yet Allende as well, they'll be very keen that midfield to control the tempo of the game.
Now, Kaizer Chiefs have had a much shorter turnaround time since their draw with Chippa United. Pule Modi makes his club debut today. He missed the game on the weekend because of a family bereavement. Ashley Dupree came off the bench for that game. He's one of 3 changes in the lineup. Modi, as we mentioned, and Sitebe, the other change. So Ngobo, Shabalala and Christian Saile all dropped to the bench for today's game. Eyes will be on Edson Castillo, the new Venezuelan signing.
And I think, talking about the play, I think people are so excited to see him play. And with Kaizer Chiefs, the defense is still the same. I think given Simang was very solid against Chippa United. In the midfield, Sitebe, Castillo and Yusuf Mado will be looking to make sure that they consolidate that midfield. But then Dupree as well, with his speed going forward, Mude with his trickery as well, to be able to support Ranga Chipaviru.
Just gets away from Modi, and here is Ribeiro now. He's in amongst a whole pile of players. A little bit selfish there because Maseko was steaming down the left-hand side.
Indeed, I think he decided there on, after just cutting in, that he wanted to shoot. He never lifted his head up to see where Maseko was, but yet again, a nice pass there from Shalulile. But he has also this trickery that he has, Ribeiro rather, that was brought into the team to be able to also, just like Maseko, to be able to take those 1v1s, but yet again, that opportunity could have passed Maseko.
Maseko seeing plenty of the early ball here. New signing from Supersport United to the byline. Back in again. Shot towards the goal from Shalulile. Comes off the head of Diklokwe and will be a corner.
Early warning signs. Maseko have seen a couple of times on the left-hand side, making sure that they isolate Frost ladder. That was a good cross there. Shalulile, they didn't get enough power behind it. They did good defensive work as well from the top.
There's Maseko again. Now teasing Sitebe. Ball inside. Ribeiro gets a touch. Ribeiro turns. Ribeiro gets the corner.
questions have been asked from Mamelodi Sundowns from the left-hand side with Maseko. Spoke earlier on that if there's no cover, this is what he's going to do. Yet again now with Sitebe, who is a rather player in the midfield, now is the one that goes out wide. There's a lot of disjointment, especially in that midfield for Kaizer Chiefs. They need to fix that if they want to contain a score 0-0.
Allende crosses, back post, little touch from Litlokwe, another corner. A couple of players at the moment who are in the treatment room for Mamelodi Sundowns coming into this game. Rasheen Daruk with that very serious knee injury that he suffered in pre-season. They've got Sifiso Ngobeni out with an ankle, Tapelo Morena. Yes, trouble. Shalolile, Ribeiro, 1-0. Mistake at the back, and Mamelodi Sundowns need no second invitation.
You look at the composure that Ribeiro has inside the box, similar to the composure that he showed against Kukuni. Good combination there with Shalolile being able to spot him inside the box. Biggest mistake there for Kaizer Chiefs, trying to play from the back. Got punished by this man, Lucas Ribeiro.
The man from Sao Paulo, Brazil, with the opening goal of this game. His second in a row now after the winner against Sekhukhune United. The ball played short there. Castillo far too casual. I think he's got to learn very quickly the pace of the game in South Africa.
Yeah, of course, and this is also part of those ways that he's going to learn. Unfortunately for him, again, a game with Mamelodi Sundowns, those are mistakes that you need to avoid. And they got punished for that.
Shalolile unselfishly supplying Ribeiro, and that left-footed finish just curling around the defence. Here's Maseko once more. Oh, he's really teasing them today, but Frosler is up to the task. Concedes another corner. He's going to have nightmares about Maseko.
But that's what you want from a winger. The winger to isolate the full-back and be able to take them on. And it's interesting to see that Maseko's been given that license from the left-hand side to take players on. And also Frosler's dealing that with that 1v1 with Maseko. We'll see how the battle goes on.
Allende curling it in towards the post. Lebusa, he used to score with regularity from set pieces in his Ajax Cape Town days, coming up there looking to put his head onto that. Sundowns might find themselves down to 10 men for a second successive game. High one here towards the back post. Now, what's the call here? Mr. Tom hasn't given a signal yet. Now he points. It's like a free kick in favour of Shalolile. Isn't that just a bit of a bang between the two of them?
Yeah.
Allende. Zwane, good run from Ribeiro. He timed it well. Flank stays down. Simango looked across. Ribeiro, tight angle, but he goes for goal. He didn't have much in the way of support. Shalolile surprisingly not inside the penalty area to get onto the end of a potential pass.
I think they thought he was probably in offside. You could also see as well from Ribeiro the finish as well. I don't think he was sure whether he was onside or not. And very surprisingly, like you said, normally you'll see Shalolile running and busting into that box.
There's a bit of space for Zwane. Mokoena, Allende, Maseko, this time the cross, and this time a corner. The whistle should go any moment now. Tom looks at his watch. Only allow time for this throw-in. Great challenge from Sitebe and a yellow card. Completely unnecessary. Right on the stroke of half-time and fairly far away from his own penalty area. Two yellows apiece now in this first half. Mr. Tom says half-time, you didn't want to take the free kick. I don't think Sundowns wanted to take it anyway. But they'll be more than happy with the lead as they go into the break. There'll be this young man, Tapelo Maseko. Kaizer Chiefs from Lucas Ribeiro, just past the 20-minute mark. It's Sundowns 1, Chiefs 0.
I'm expecting to see Kaizer Chiefs with a different approach in terms of how they want to attack Mamelodi Sundowns. And Mamelodi Sundowns are probably looking to kill off the game, get that second goal to be in control of the tempo of the game. And the Chiefs need to battle in that midfield to make sure that Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't do so.
Flags up against Peter Shalulile. Just a reminder, it's a very busy Wednesday. We had two matches last night. Successful Golden Arrows and Orlando Pirates. Morocco Swallows and Cape Town City are playing at Dobsonville at the same time. It's goalless there at half-time. Coming up on your World of Champions at 5:30. AmaZulu hosting SuperSport at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. That'll be live on your World of Champions. And then 7:30, Chippa United hosting TS Galaxy at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. And also on streaming, Cape Town Spurs against Sekhukhune and Polokwane City against Stellenbosch. Be interesting to see tonight, after all the matches are completed, what the situation is after two games. The league will rest until next weekend, because this coming weekend, of course, the MTN 8. Chiefs and Sundowns both involved in that, so they will switch from league to cup mode overnight. Tria doesn't find Castillo. Chivavairo comes away with it now. Can he get it out wide? Mordi, not seen him on the attack. Let's see what he can do against Madao. Good challenge. Corner kick it should be.
This is what we're expecting from Thule Mordi, to be able to isolate Madao 1v1. We know that he has the skill and he has an eye as well for the goal. They need to be more on the ball, especially in the second half, if they want to get back into equal terms with Mamelodi Sundowns.
Castillo with the set piece. Good curling delivery in there. Strong header away by Lebusa. Mordi again. Very quickly crowded out, forced backwards. Frosler looking for Dupré to get behind Butrul, who does well, kept his eye on the ball. Now Mokoena has time and space to look up. There's lots of running ahead of him. Through the middle here for Ribeiro. Keeper's come out. He could be in some trouble here. Ribeiro. Shalulile. Normally he sticks those away easily. That's the side netting. You don't see Peter Shalulile miss often from that range. That is a turn up for the books.
I mean, it's surprising that he finds himself in those situations. Very difficult to be able to miss it, but he did. That was a good ball as well from Ribeiro. You're expecting Peter Shalulile to put the ball in the back of the net. You can see the disbelief as well from the bench of Mamelodi Sundowns, the coach himself. And Peter is very disappointed with himself. That was an opportunity.
When you're down by a goal, you really need to use those opportunities on the set piece. In the meantime, yes, Shalulile. Good cover from De Klokwe.
There was a good ball as well from Williams. We saw it yesterday against the Orlando Pirates. Chaine playing that long ball to Lipasa to be able to score. Similar situation, but that bounce let Shalulile down, but good recovery as well from De Klokwe.
Ribeiro. As well, the Brazilian. Was he fouled by Sitebe? What's the referee say here? Free kick, and is there going to be another yellow? Sitebe has been booked already, so he's going to get a little warning. So big opportunity now for Kaizer Chiefs, trailing by a goal. Can they get themselves back into the game? They've had one glorious chance with Chivavido, and now an even better opportunity. Klanti with the left, Castillo as well, one of these two. Klanti left foot into the wall. That's much better work defensively from Mamelodi Sundowns after last week. And down goes Maseko. Love to know what his 100-meter time is. He is quick. Frosla for Dupree, another man who's super fast. Up against Butwell. No free kick for the Sundowns defender. He got knocked off by Dupree. Now Mart. Sitebe. Mart again. This is much better from Chiefs. Mordi. Good interception. Valo. Peter Shalulile might come away with it. Forward here for Maseko. It's a good pass under some pressure. Maseko teasing his way. Here's Temba Zwane. Zwane to Ribeiro. Ribeiro. Well, he's kept possession. Now they'll slowly try and work it back in towards the danger zone with Mokoena. Chiefs have got numbers back behind the ball. Zwane, not the best of passes, but the idea, he gets another opportunity. Ribeiro through for Shalulile. Save to follow up is missed by Maseko. Two glorious chances here in the second half, and you wonder whether that might come back to bite Mamelodi Sundowns. First, give credit here to Brandon Peterson for the initial save.
I mean, that was a good save there from Peterson. I thought Shalulile still has time. You can see that he's trying to stretch to get to be able to kick the ball. And I always feel like when you're on your feet, you're able to connect with the ball better. Him there trying to slide tackle the ball. Nonetheless, great save there from Peterson, making himself big, forcing Peter Shalulile to take that shot early. But here with the rebound as well, the rush from Maseko could have been more calm. You can see also Coach Rulani Mokoena very disappointed with as much opportunities in the second half to be able to kill off the game.
Ribeiro, Maseko on goal. Maseko saved by Peterson, followed from Allende. Excellent stop as well. Now Maema. Chiefs are still in it. In from Butwell. Chases on from Maseko. That's one race he's not going to win. Excellent work from the goalkeeper.
Excellent work indeed. I mean, he's pulling so many great saves there. Mamelodi Sundowns in transition there. Maseko, you can see, wants to come to his left. He trusts his right foot, but Peterson again, a double save from him, keeping the team at bay.
Both in similar style. The left foot stretched, both feet in fact stretched right almost in the splits, and then he does it again there, puts the right foot out, gets in the way once more. Now here's something to give Chiefs fans just a tiny bit of hope statistically from history. Since we've had that bio bubble, you remember during the COVID pandemic, Chiefs have trailed by a goal in 28 different matches. Here's a chance, oh, it's an equaliser in the closing stages. Dupree grabs it. That was on the cards. Ashley Dupree. And now the fans erupt, and half the stadium is on its feet, and the other half sits suddenly and thinks, what happened here?
That's the first goal they've been waiting for. Going out wild with Putsane, injecting some energy that you spoke about. Being able to bypass Onyango on the left-hand side and bringing that beautiful cross. But also because they're playing high up the pitch, counter-pressing as well, bypassing those players. And look at Dupree delaying his run, and just in between the two centre-backs, it makes it very difficult for them to be able to defend. What a good finish as well from Dupree.
Excellent finish from Ashley Dupree. One stage in his Stellenbosch career, he really battled to find the back of the net, but that's a perfect centre-forward number 9 goal. This might be a chance here. Oh, Peterson slipped. Maema. He is going to grab the winner. Outstanding game for Brandon Peterson up to this moment, and then it slips through. And for a second successive game, Maema looks to get the winner against Kaizer Chiefs. The coach was about to make some changes, but he wants those stopped.
Rightfully say, I think Peterson has made tremendous saves for Kaizer Chiefs to keep them in the game. Just look at the ball being played on top there for Maema. Not enough power there. It's so unfortunate for Peterson. You can see how disappointed he is with himself.
Fairly tame shot on the full volley from Neo Maema. Well, brilliant up to this moment, but that is a big oops from Brandon Peterson. And Mamelodi Sundowns back in the lead. Well, there it is. The champions have won a second successive game with a 2-1 scoreline. They will be top of the table with 6 points. But Kaizer Chiefs came alive in the second half, gave us some glimpses of their potential. Your thoughts, Teko?
I think it was a game of two halves for Kaizer Chiefs. In the second half, they played a little more bravery, and here's the man that they used with his speed in the second half. I think he's the difference, and also the subs as well that were brought in by Coach Mlifinseki made all the difference. I think there's a lot of positive that they can take from this. Mamelodi Sundowns with all the opportunity missed, I'm sure that will be the biggest talking point in the dressing room.
Just a single point for Molefi Nseki as he gets a hug there from Rulani Mokoena. A lot to digest for both coaches in early stages of the season. They can now turn their focus to the MTN 8, the quarterfinals coming up.